Radio Free Asia did a pretty shocking report on something known as gutter oil in China. This is the type of oil that's being used in cooking oil. What they do is they basically recycle oil that they find in sewers, grease traps, and waste from slaughterhouses. Now we have a little snippet of their video. I do want to warn you that it's a little difficult to watch because they literally use this stuff to cook food. But with that said, let's take a quick look and we'll discuss.
It's all in a day's work for this woman. She opens up a manhole cover and scoops out as much slop as she can, delighted by what she finds. What others might view as revolting, she sees as a bonanza.
Okay, I thought for a second she was saying bananas. Like I thought she'd been listening to the Young Turks for too long. She's like, she views it as bananas.
I was actually amused at the word bonanza, especially considering the seriousness of that story. So they basically take it to some sort of treatment plant where they recycle the cooking oil. They boil it down, and they're supposed to get rid of the contaminants, but oftentimes it has carcinogens in it, so it's not healthy to eat. And China has been trying to battle this problem for a very long time, but cooking oil is very hard to come by in China, at least according to the several sources that I read, which I found shocking. And of course they stir fry food a lot there with the wok and everything, so it's actually like a hot commodity.
Literally, yeah. Well, cooking oil is not that hard to come by. You just open up a manhole and you're like, oh, give me that. Oh, look at this bonanza. Look at all this disgusting sludge that I found.
I'm concerned of the fine people of China. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't want them eating that. And usually it's street food vendors, so just keep that in mind. It's not like a fine restaurant in China is using recycled cooking oil.
Yeah, note to self, don't eat from street vendors in China. Look, there's a joke that Mark Maron does, which I'll now butcher, about the Chinese. He's like, they'll cook anything. Okay, you know why? They've been around longer than us. So for like 10,000 years, they'd be like, I got bored. What else do you want to cook? Possum? Let's throw that in there.
See, I'm not closed-minded to different sources of protein. I'm very open-minded to that, right? But I'm definitely not okay with eating something that is going to kill you. And in this case, consuming carcinogens doesn't sound so healthy. Now, just to give you an exact number on how widespread this is, according to Radio Free Asia, gutter oil is reported to account for 1/10 of cooking oil in China.
Oh my God! Oh. Note to self, don't go to China, period. Okay, no, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for that. Sure, go to China. China's lovely. Okay, and I know it's 9/10 is fine. They're not getting it out of the sewer. Look, and it's not about Chinese. Of course not.
It's about regulation.
Exactly. And it's the developing world, and there's less regulation. And when you let people run amok, well, they're going to cut corners. They're going to save money. They're going to do what they need to do to make an extra buck. I mean, you should have seen the U.S., before there was significant regulation in the Roosevelt era, right, in the FDR era. Before that, I mean, what did the robber barons do, right? And what did, to their employees, putting kids in a coal mine for 12 hours, 18 hours, etc. So, look, every country's gone through this. China's going through it now. But when you see some of the rough edges, it does freak you out.